This time it's how to change the seal on a Ducati single function fork. Right, so plan today, Tom, is fork seals on the Ducati. To do that, that means we're going to get the body panels off, which is, I think, going to be a hoot. Fun. We're going to get up on the stands and then get that front wheel in the air. So bodywork's off, Tom.
Yep.
Just loosen this sucker off now. You're swinging, yeah, I would go over here so you're swinging away from me, not towards your tank. So just loosen that one off while it's clamped in the bike. Okay. Tight? There we go.
Oh, very tight.
Yeah, it's done. Okay, see that's turning.
Oh, I loosened it for you.
I'm sure you did. Okay. So anyway, it's loose. We don't want to undo it all the way just yet. So the other thing we'll do, yeah, I'll put the camera down here. The other thing we'll loosen these off again, so because when we've got on the clamp, we don't want to put a lot of torque through once we've got it raised up. So these will loosen off ready. Okay, and some of these as well. We'll just generally loosen stuff off next. So at the back of the bike now, you have to raise the rear before you can raise the front. If you just put a paddock stand under the front, she'd fall over. Not good. You'd be very depressed.
I would be sad.
Although the bright side of that would be at least the panels are off.
Yeah.
But still, not good. So let's get the stands in. I'm just going to get each one under, and then if you stand the bike upright for me. Okay, come on. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, that's right.
Let's do it.
Is there much point doing that thing?
Yeah, because the wheels will come off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, that one's gone.
Quite rusty, really.
Right, so we're loosening everything off first. We've loosened these off, which were a bit tight, it's fair to say. And we've loosened these off, which are so a bit tight. So not too bad though, but we'll take those off properly. So just want to loosen them off for now, just because obviously it's going to be a problem. I might have to undo this as well, just for to get the paddock stand. It's going to go into the yoke here, and this tube might have to come out of the way and all. Breather pipe. which is very inconveniently in the way. So that might have to shift and all.
Oh.
Damn you, Ducati! And we've got to undo these as well. We'll undo these before the main clamps as well, before the handlebar and what the Americans have to call the triple trees. We'll undo all these as well first.
Should I just like undo it here and pull it through?
So, got the air line at the way, because obviously it's going to come through here. This is in the way, the brake hose. So I'm doing this clamp. You can see that just in there. Well, so I've got nothing in the way. And we can get the prop stand in now. Okay, so it shoves in right into there. There you can see why it needs to get a hose out of the way. It's just going to get...
This is real brave.
Ready, hold back, stop. There we go. Woo! We're in the air. Okay. What we'll do now is undo this, undo those properly. Well, I'll get the wheel off first. I've got a special like a big Allen bolt goes in there. There's a special adjuster you can get that undoes those. We'll undo that. Pull the spline up, move the wheel. Once we've got the wheel off, we can drop the fork.
Oh, it's gone out now. That's like it was.
Right, so we did get the wheel off. Trick is that this bush here is threaded. It's held by the clamps. You've got to have these two tightened up, and you put a big Allen key in the end, wind it off. Simple when you know, apart from very, very tight. I think it's fair to say, Tom.
Yeah.
I mean, very tight. Might put a bit of copper grease just in the end of here, just so it's not quite so bad in future. What we're going to do now is undo these, so we can take the bush out, so we can get the lock nut. Tom's undoing the clamps. Don't you come out all the way, Tom?
No, I was just leaving them in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll put a bit of copper grease on those as well. Undo the rest of the nuts in the yoke and then drop the sucker out.
So as you can see, it's already very much off.
Yeah.
Is this okay to just dangle?
Yeah, it's like dangle. It'll be okay. Be okay. Because we've got nothing to rest it on. You could, mind you, it might rest on that bar there. Just try it.
What bar?
The bar on the frame, that plastic. Will it reach here? There. No?
No.
Well, put it so the speedo's dangling over there. No, it's through the hoop. Dangle it over there. Dangle it over there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Give that the way a bit. Right. So I've got to undo these now.
Do they need to be in there?
Yeah, because there's a nut we've got to get out of here. This bush has got to come out now.
Okay.
Right, so there's the bludger. That just slides into there. Mental note, look, the thick bit recesses into there. We can leave those in, they're nice and done. Take that out for now, because we've got to get the lock nut out here to be able to drop the fork, to take the fork apart. In little Voil. This is so much fun. Let's get these undone. Right, so it's got to get those, they'll be off, but very loose. That's what you need to be doing. Should do it. Does it move freely? Yeah, if it's moving freely, that's okay. So this is moving freely. So what I'll get you to do now,
Hold it and pull it down.
yeah, I'll hold the bike. Do you want to just put that? What's that? So wiggle it.
Hold this as well.
Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle. Should get easier. There we go. Right. So what I'll do, I'll put a hammer through here just to hold all those in place like that. Okay? Just so they don't rattle around too much.
Okay.
The fork is off. So I'm going to undo this top nut. And you can see that there's an Allen key in the bottom there we've got to undo as well. Now it'll undo under compression. There's a couple of ways you can get this off if it's really tight. Sometimes you just got to put a cut off nut in a drill, an Allen bolt in a drill, and spin it off. But we'll see. If we can get it under a bit of compression, it may come off just by hand. Ready? There we go. So we ended up using a socket. It was very tight. I've clamped this just in here just to hold it. Just so I could clamp it here. I've protected it as well so it doesn't damage the bottom of the fork. Managed to get it undone with a big old socket and an Allen bolt. So that was a challenge, but it should mean that once we get the cap off, if we just do that bolt loose in a minute. Right, so it does mean now, once we undo the end of the cap, well, that bolt, we should be able to pull the fork apart in a second. Winning. Okay. Right. Yeah. The other thing is a wash on here. We're going to have to anneal that. I haven't got any more copper washers, so we need to make sure we don't lose that. And we anneal it. We'll how do we anneal?
Heat it up.
Yeah, blowtorch. So, have to play with the blowtorch. There we go, it's off. So the nut is off now. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is take the dust seal off. The dust seal doesn't look too bad on this one, but I think we've got spare ones with this kit. So I've just got to prise it off, turn it and prise it gently and work around the circumference. See, it's lifting now, isn't it? See that? No, just nice and gently. We don't want to be damaging the top of the fork, you know. So we have to go mad with this. Just be patient. There. Okay. So that's off. And then in there now. Whoop. Now the oil starts to come out. Okay, so in there now. Seal. There should be a retaining clip. There it is. It's a different design. Slightly different. See it in there? So there it's there. So just got to pull that out. Sort of spring it out. So just managed to flick it up a little bit that end. It should now just lift out gently. There we go. So there we go. That's the change. It's a slightly different design than you get on some models. Some vary. Some have got a sort of crinkly, slightly thinner one. But that's out. So we've got the dust cap. We've got the retaining clip out now. And you can see there's the culprit. There's our pest today. Okay, for an explanation now. These forks are slightly different than conventional forks. And to disassemble, you need to undo the top bolt at the end of the fork, and underneath you'll find this. It's a disc that has a rod running through it that's held in place by two circlips, rather like you find on valves. The fork spring then holds this in tension. To remove, simply pull down with your fingers as I'm demonstrating. This removes tension from those circlips, they can be removed, and you can then remove the disc. And it's this disc that actually holds the fork together, because it retains the fork tube. With this removed, you can slide the fork tube off. So this is slightly different from what we've seen in previous Ducatis. We've got the spring in there, then you've got a plastic spacer, classy. Then you've got the cap over the top. Right, so the basic assembly is you've got the spring, this plastic spacer, this cap, and there's two collets that sit just in there that just drop on, two little half collets, aren't they, Tom?
Yep.
You can see there. You put them on, release the spring, and it's retained. It's as simple as that. So once you've got the collets off, so we compressed it, remove the two, remove the ring, remove the plastic spacer, and out comes the spring. This is very simple because it's a single function fork. That's probably why, isn't it?
Yeah, because if I remember rightly, one's for rebound and one's for dampening.
Yeah. So that's why. But on the bright side, we now have clear access to the forks without a bush or anything. Probably why there's a lack of bushes, simply because bushes will be in here. We've got the bushes in there. But someone's got to get the seal out, so we're going to have to lever that out gently, because it doesn't splap out like a conventional fork. The fork is disassembled. It dropped apart, basically fell apart on camera, off camera, but there you go. So let's carefully lever this up now. Just be careful not to put any real pressure. I don't want to scratch it, so I'm just slowly leaving it up. There's no rush on these things, it's just going to take your time. I've seen people use tyre irons because they're quite broad, you know, pretty good for this. It's a similar technique we had to use with the BMW the other week actually. There we go, see it comes? There we go. So there we have one knackered fork seal. And a very empty tube. Just got a, so I've got the bush in there. If you want to turn the bush, replace the bush, that's just in there. We've got a washer over the top. Fork seal. Then obviously the retaining clip, which we've got over there, and the dust cap, which we've got over there, which we'll leave those two on here ready for reassembly, just to simplify things. So all we've got here is a goldy coloured tube, I suppose. Yeah. Which means actually a fork assembly. Now, normally if you do a fork assembly, including upside down forks, we'd use the our super clever technique, wouldn't we, where we use that as a slide mold, which we could still do here. But actually the other thing you can do, if it's just bare like this, is you can just use a really big socket that just about fits on here, just to tamp it down. So we might do that, because that might be even easier. Because we like easy,
yes,
easy peasy. I suspect the other fork on the other side is a different design then, given it's a single function fork. So we're lucky we've got the fork that probably didn't retain quite as much oil. Right, so this is the original one, and it does feel really stiff actually. So this is part of the reason that they fail. Plus, no time to do it, just get some of the wear here. This is the new one, which is very similar. So just go on, we're going to, what I've found is, because you need something like a socket that just sits over here, you can just tap it down with. The top of my rubber hammer is a perfect fit. Shaboom shabar. So we'll just knock it in with that. Right, so we've got our retaining washer in. We'll drop that in. Let's leave that there for a second. It comes with a little packet of grease.
Bless you. Yeah, thank you.
So it comes with a little packet of grease. Assembly grease. So we're going to put just a little bit on the rim here, just to guide it in. Could use fork oil just as easily, although fork oil is forking messy. See what I did there? So I'll just use a bit of assembly grease. Okay. And I'll put some more on the inside of the thing when we try and put the tube back on. So washers in. I'll just snug this down. Might go in. That was easy. Hate it when it's easy. Well, you would expect, I'll give it a little bit of a tap. You have to give it a bit of a tap, to be honest. But that seems to be in.
Overway?
Yeah, which is a worry, I think. I kind of like it when things are harder than that. The other thing you can do is you can use the old one as a tamp for the new one. Like that, so you can tamp it down like that. Yep. So that's in. Our retaining spring, actually, because of the way this fork's set up, we can actually put straight back in. So that's just going to click in here, which is obviously now going to be either dead easy or dead hard, because that's the way these things are. It seems like it's going to go in fairly easily. So got it part of the way in, just going to gently slide it down, so it should engage with the groove. You're going to make sure it's engaged with its groove. Yeah, I should do a click. See the click?
Yep.
And we'll just check to make sure it's in there. It's in there. Okay. So that's in. Nice. So onto the fork itself. We shall apply our new dust cover, because that's the new one's slightly different size. Hasn't got the spring, but it is a bit perished, isn't it?
It's a bit dirty.
Nice one. The only thing is, you'll find now you've got one that looks slightly different on each side, but it doesn't matter. They're both. It's just a fork. You know, it's just a dust cover.
Don't really look at my forks overly much, to be fair.
No, exactly. So that'll just slide. We'll just slide that to the top. Now what we're going to do now is reassemble. Now this is probably going to be the fiddly bit for no other reason than this bar keeps dropping in, doesn't it? So what I've got to do is actually, before we do anything else, we're going to put some of that assembly grease around here just to help the seal. Just a little bit, just a smear really, just to lube it so it slides down the fork easier. It's just like that. Okay, all the way to the bottom. Here is our rod with a collet retaining bar. So then we drop the spring in and watch the rod disappear. Pull the rod back out again. Right, so we've got a little bit of rainwater on here, so we want it clean and dry. Don't want a lot of water in there. That would be not good, so I'll give that a good clean. This is a good clean as well. So that's back on. So what you can do, if I push this compressor spring, so that goes over the top. Okay, right, slide it on. Remember, you've got to keep both ends. That way, hold the bar. If I pull that, all that down, slide the collets on, and then decompress.
Is that okay?
That's it. So it wasn't too difficult actually. We just had to compress that down, put each thing on gingerly, didn't we?
Definitely can't do it by yourself.
No, it would be difficult, I think. Yeah. Bit fiddly, but you compressed it down, put the cap over. I then compress the whole thing down. You hold the little rod in place so it doesn't slide and disappear into the blooming rest of the fork. Put the little collet, so you can see it's actually two little collets, into the groove in there. I release the pressure, slides up, and it's retained.
Yippee!
The fuck? She is reassembled. Right, so things left to do.
Oil.
Fork oil.
Where's the fork oil going?
This has got to be tamped back in. No, so that's just clicked in. Again, that's clicked in really easily. Again, which worries me. And I do like things to be tight. Okay, so before you do that assembly with the rod, remember to put the oil in. So we've now had lots of practice because we get to do it twice. Because you've got to get the oil in really before you put all that rod assembly in.
We're experts at assembling it now.
Having plenty of practice. See how the dust seal goes. We'll put the 380 mils in they recommend. This is just torn up, hand tight for now. We'll pinch it up a bit tighter once we get there, get to the end. And now we've got to redo this nut. So we're going to re-anneal it. We're going to give it a good clean, put a bit of copper slip on it as well because it's a bit rusty. And then we'll put that nut back in.
Okay.
Pain in the bin to get off, wasn't it? It was very tight. This is on just hand ties, and all we're going to do now, shove it back in the bike. Slide it back in. Put it on. Put it on. You'll line it up, not wind up.
Put this one
Yeah. Wiggle it. Wiggle. It's coming down. So, look at the fork, and then look at the fork, top of the fork, look at how many bars are through, we're going to do the same number each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're spot on. So what we're going to do now, if we tighten up one of these clamps a little bit, we've got it. Just a matter of reassembly now. All goes together pretty straightforwardly in the same way that we took it apart, obviously. An interesting fork I think to work on. Very straightforward in the end, it's just that it assembles in a slightly different way than I'm used to. But it wasn't difficult once we got our heads around it, we found it pretty easy actually. Which I think is probably this socket. So alternate between them, do them both as tight as you can get them. But obviously don't go mega tight on one end or the other. Just go a bit at a time.
Well, I'll just do one until I feel a little bit of resistance after the other one.
you.
Can it be pushed through anymore?
Yep.
Is that?
It'll pull it on.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. And just because it was slipping, it was like moving from side to side.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was like, that's not fucked. OSBs need to be tight.
Pretty tight, yeah.
Let's give them a go.
Right side wheel bearings seem alright. Nice to get a big grease on them now, isn't it? Okay.
Pretty tight.
Right, let's see what we get. Coming through, have a look.
I imagine it's when you're flipping, they're going to pull through it.
You pull them together?
Yes.
That feels like it's at the end then.
Yeah, it looks like it's at the end.
No, you don't have to go batshit crazy tightening these up, really. Because at the end of the day, it's got a clamp either end, so a bit of overkill.
What was that with this one?
Well, I do hope you found that video useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thanks for watching. And check out our other videos. Some are very similar themes and some are very different, but I think there'll be something in them you may enjoy.